What is the easiest sport in the world? Welcome to Sport Night. If you enjoy this type of content, then subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on any of our latest and greatest uploads. Playing a sport is one of the best ways to spend your time, bond with others, and, of course, to stay healthy. However, learning a sport can be daunting, and you may not have the time to be able to learn a sport fully. But that shouldn't dissuade you from playing sports. Sports are all about having fun. Even if you're not a natural-born athlete, sports are a great way to relieve stress, get active, and burn some calories. Plus, you'll even meet some cool people along the way. But learning sports can be difficult, so we devised a list of the top 7 easiest sports to play so that you can get playing sports right away. Number 1. Volleyball. Volleyball is a team game that's super fun to learn and play, made easy to attend through Javelin. It's the perfect game to play with your friends if you have a ton of people to play with. To play, you need 12 players split into teams of 6. You can play volleyball with 4 people, but volleyball is a sport that's better with more people. You know what they say, the more the merrier. The objective of the game is to get the ball to hit the floor on the opponent's side of the court. There are many ways to do this, but the most common way is to spike it. This is commonly done through team coordination and setup, bump, set, spike. The first team to score 21 points wins. Number 2. Table tennis or ping pong. Table tennis is a game that can be played with 2 or 4 people. All you need are the paddles, a ball, and a rectangular table. While getting the equipment is quite cheap and easy, finding a table might be more difficult. The rules are simple. The table is split into 2 halves, and each team or player is on the end of each half. You must use your paddle to hit the ball towards your opponent's half of the table, and then they must hit it back. However, the ball has to bounce once on the table before you can hit it back. To serve, a player has to hit the ball so that it hits their side of the table first and then bounces onto their opponent's side. The objective is to score 11 points, or however much you want, before your opponent. You can score a point through multiple ways. If your opponent fails to return the ball, if the ball touches your opponent's body, if your opponents fail to serve correctly, if the opponent's ball doesn't bounce once on your half, if your opponent touches the ball before it bounces once on their half, unless it was already going out of bounds. Number 3. Running. Running is easily the most accessible and easiest sport to play. All you need is a good pair of running shoes and you're good to go. There are no rules in running, but that's what makes running so freeform and fun. Running is all about setting goals for yourself and working to achieve those goals. Whether it's wanting to be able to run 5 kilometers or being able to run a marathon, running is what you make of it. If running alone ever gets boring, we recommend inviting your friends for a run or joining a local running group. Number 4. Spike ball. You may have seen people play a game where they catch a small yellow ball that's bounced off a mini trampoline. That is spike ball. Spike ball is a very easy game to learn and to play. All you need is to buy a spike ball kit, 3 other friends, a soft play area, ideally on grass or sand, and you're all set. The rules are simple. Teams are split into 2 versus 2 and start on each half. The goal is to bounce the ball onto the net by hitting it with one hand. Each team can touch the ball up to 3 times, but these touches must alternate between teammates, similar to volleyball. Players are not allowed to catch or hold the ball and can only use one hand, but can use any individual body part to hit the ball. To serve, simply toss the ball up and hit it against the net. After the serve, players can move anywhere on the field as long as they don't intentionally disrupt the opposing team. To win, you have to score more points than your opponent, typically up to 11, 15, or 21. You can score points in 4 ways. If the opposing team's ball hits the rim, if the opposing team's ball hits the ground, if the opposing team's ball hits the net more than once, or if the opposing team doesn't alternate touches. Number 5. Badminton. Badminton is an easy sport to pick up, but difficult to master. Badminton requires 2 or 4 players with teams split into singles or doubles. In order to play, you need a badminton court, rackets for each player, and a shuttlecock. Fortunately, most indoor badminton facilities offer rentals for rackets and shuttlecocks. After the serve, the 2 sides rally until the shuttlecock falls to the ground. A point is won if the shuttlecock hits the ground in the opponent's half of the court. In badminton, the server must be diagonally positioned across from their opponent. If the server has an even number of points, they serve on the right. If they have an odd number of points, they serve on the left. After deciding who serves first, the side who scores the point gets the next serve. Badminton's scoring system is simple. The first side to 21 points wins the game. If the score is 20-20, the side to win by 2 points wins. If it reaches 29-29, the first to get 30 points wins. Ways to score points? Your shuttlecock touches the ground on the opponent's half of the court, lines included. Your opponent's shuttlecock goes out of bounds. Your opponent touches the net, or if the shuttlecock hits your opponent's body. Number 6. Cycling. You've probably heard the saying before, once you learn to ride a bike, you can never forget. Most of us have probably learned to ride a bicycle as a child, but stopped biking as we grew older. Fortunately, the saying is quite true, and relearning or learning how to ride a bike is very easy. Cycling is a very relaxing and stress-free sport. It's a great way to enjoy the weather, get some exercise, and it's easy on the joints. All you need is a bike, and you're good to go. Number 7. Bowling. Bowling is a fun sport to play with your friends if you're looking for a chill and relaxing activity to do on the weekend. Bowling is very straightforward. The objective of the game is to knock over as many pins as possible at the end of the lane. If you knock down all the pins with the first ball, your turn ends and you score a strike. If you knock down all the pins with your second ball, you score a spare. Each bowler can use up to 2 balls for each turn. Once everyone is gone, that is 1 frame. In bowling, there are 10 frames in each game. Fortunately, most bowling alleys automatically track the scoring and frames, so you don't have to keep count. At the end, whoever has the most points wins. Most bowling alleys have all the equipment on site so that you can get bowling immediately. And with that, we've reached the end of this video all about what the easiest sport in the world is. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for content just like it.